Go.
Hello and good afternoon to all our listeners and to you, Amanda and Andy. And how are you this afternoon?
Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, fine. So it's a bit of an early record for everybody today. So I worked straight from 7 o'clock this morning until 3 p.m, dropped everything and changed laptops. And Amanda wasn't far behind me this morning, were you? So
No.
That's why I see. Interesting couple of weeks, guys. So what have you been up to, Colleen? And tell everybody about your new radio opportunity first of all, because everyone should hear about this.
Yeah, so I've got this open Zoom meeting on Saturday, and you have to fill out the application form. And I said I'd like to work in the arts, music scheduling, the technical aspect of it, because I've done the computer programming just after leaving school. But as I said, when I did the programming, it wasn't something that I was expecting it to be the way it was. So although I've got the computer skills, I just decided, I was going to go to university, but I wanted to do that as well. And then it made me decide definitely that the arts was really what my interests were in. And then so I also asked to do news presenting and something else, that's it, fundraising and marketing as well, because that's something that I know how to do through doing the blog and photography since 2006. Yeah. So that's cool. What's happening. Cool. Plus I've got the community football team up and running. It's also run by another person, and it's I've got like two main persons who are going to be doing the football coaching and playing as well. So that's happening. Plus a few others are now interested in coming along, and it's good because they're very, very good at football. And I was like automatically clapping and I was saying nice. I was commenting and saying nice. That's really nicely done. And, that's really good moves. They're really good with football. It's really brilliant to see that kind of football at this level.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Outside, Amanda, do you want to tell people what you've been up to? What news you've got?
So I've started doing some voluntary work writing up book reviews for an online magazine called Joycing.
You've just had your first one go live or something today, haven't you? Was it? Yeah, so Jen, how often do you tell a bit of people about that, Amanda? How often are you planning to do it now?
I'm planning on sending them a couple of reviews every month, and they're mainly music magazine, but they said that they do books occasionally, so it'd be good to have somebody do books on there regularly.
That's brilliant.
And have I told you, Colleen, that I'm still doing a lot of work at the moment for London Arts magazine called the Sunday Tribune?
Yeah. How's it going?
Brilliant, it's going very well, that. I'm doing an article a week from at the moment, at least. So there's been a couple of weeks where I've done 2 a week, but it's a lot of the artist features, and they asked me originally, because I know one of the senior people on there, and she asked me because they're a London-based magazine or online magazine, and most of their contributors and writers are London people. But they asked me because I mentioned they wanted to get a different perspective, and it's given me a chance because I've been covering a lot of like local acts and stuff, but I've had a few people done a few features of people from Ireland as well. They're very interesting actually. Where the one that's gone down really well is an interesting one, Colleen. You might find this interesting. Is Amanda's friend Ruth, who's a local radio DJ. Now, do you want to tell Colleen about this one? What Ruth does?
Yeah, she started doing a radio show. Must be about 3 or 4 years ago now. And then with lockdown, she continued it, but they weren't allowed in the studio, so they've had to do their shows from home, and she's been doing it all from her phone and then sending it in.
One thing to clean to that, like mixing and recording, if everyone knows I do all mine on my laptop, got that special equipment for it. But in her case, Colleen, she was doing it all on the. I hope she's still doing it on the phone, isn't she?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, she's still doing. What she does, Colleen, is she spends about a day and a half every week recording and mixing all of it just on her phone and sending it into the studio, a 2-hour show.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing. Like,
how many times a week does she do the show?
Well, it's one a week, Sunday afternoon, 2 till 4.
Yeah.
That's why, because like, so I don't think she'll have the time. I think it's too long to do it every day, Colleen. To watch her, so she works as was a tarot card reader, isn't she?
Yeah, and she does some writing as well.
Yeah, so it's just a few bits of the copyright, not just a few bits and pieces, like I said. So the radio thing with her is like, if you obviously we'll know more next week for yourself. Is like I said, it's hers is like it's a voluntary thing, like I'm doing Sunday Tribune, Man does her magazine, and you'd hopefully with the radio thing. So I'd say it's just a chance to get your name out there in different markets sometimes. So I agree. So for that one, so I was going to ask you, Colleen, have you done more? Do you get time for writing any nowadays? Really, not really get a chance at the moment.
No, because as soon as I get home, then I've just got to get prepared for the well-being group, because I go there and I'm just there just for anyone who wants to go in the park and do some well-being exercises so that you can relax in the park and appreciate nature.
Cool.
And then the next is the community football, which started last May after I'd gone to the charity football stadium and we played against other teams and won the lower cup league. So that was then, and then we continued it because I was told that we should start it again, and it was someone a friend who wanted to start it soon and asked if we were starting it soon, and I said I can start it this Sunday if you like. But then he had some situation with relatives, so he had to sort that out, so he couldn't make it. But then I decided we'll definitely start the football again from last Sunday just gone, and then just continuing that with that.
Oh, cool. Sounds good to me.
With the writing, yeah, I can literally just sit here. I feel I'm ready to do another poetry at some stage because I've got enough like inspiration inside now to do it. Whereas I can't just constantly churn out poetry or constantly just think of inspiration to write poetry. So
do you know what I've been doing a lot on Colleen myself? This is an interesting idea to try this for people on writing is I joined a group for a month. I'm a couple of days behind this now because I've had a few things on this last few days called the Daily Haiku Group. Where people are posting like a haiku a day, what the day's been up to, whether it's just like you said, whether it's just like working or pop to the shops, or just something on it. And a haiku itself was interesting, only like a 3-line poem of syllables of 575. And I've just been getting into the habit of doing that, Colleen. And sometimes then, if it's got ground for it, I'll expand it into a full-length poem afterwards.
That's really good. And do you do that with Zoom as well? Because you said you do Zoom.
Yeah. With Zoom, yeah. Zoom itself, yeah. I do a lot of podcasts with that. Really, that's not on Zoom. It's I've been running a couple of co-running one open mic night down in Stretford originally, but that venue went recently. But we're running that on a Zoom monthly. That's been coming back next month, and I've been doing the IT for another few nights as well. So yeah, it's been an interesting experience, that's for sure. With using Zoom, have you ever used Zoom, Colleen?
That's what I was saying. So I literally had to download it yesterday just to be prepared for the Zoom meeting on Saturday. I haven't used it yet.
It's a bit funny because you'll find when you get used to it. I think it's a better ironic we're actually doing this on Skype. So, but Amanda, which do you prefer out of Zoom and Skype?
I think Zoom sounds better.
Yeah, ironically, what you can do in Zoom is, and that's why we'll have a talk about it later on, for another day, is on Zoom itself, whenever you do meetings like Zoom, like we're doing today on Zoom, if someone's got a premium account like I have, I can actually record the meeting. And the actual audio quality is actually a lot better if you need to record it.
That's a really good step forward because I remember that when we did the Blog Talk Radio many years ago in 2008, 2007 and 8, I did recording, but because of the technical aspect of the internet, the sound system didn't sound properly. So then I used this telecommunication system that was really were really reasonable, and I think you subscribe for like £3 a month. But what happened was when I was like recording the interview, it didn't record. So I mentioned it to the company, and they said, "Oh," and they didn't do anything about it. So I thought I can't really just spend £3 a month with not knowing that it's going to be recording or not.
Yeah, no, I
So
get it
that's why I
completely.
just unsubscribed.
For Zoom for myself, I go for the basic premium package, which actually is, I think it's £13 a month. But I said, Colleen,
That's expensive.
well, it's not for today's price. You don't know what I use it for. Like I said, it's like you bear in mind at the moment, I'm running a writing workshop every 2 weeks on Zoom. We were doing 2 nights a month on the Stratford Literature Night. On it now, I'm going to do it down one again, and then me and Amanda are recording other podcasts on it and stuff. And I did. I'm doing at least 3 or 4 spoken label ones. Literature Night on there a month. I'm using it 9 or 10 times a month at the moment. And the quality is a big difference, Colleen, honestly. You can really hear the difference on it. Amanda, explain to Colleen, remember we did recently, we did our reading in bed one there, Colleen, or we did our literature one, our book review podcast. Usually we just sit in the same room and chat to each other.
Yeah, and then because you're closest to the computer, I've got a shout over.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried it in different rooms on Zoom, and it sounded better even though we're in different rooms than it does when we're sat next to each other.
It's crazy. Honestly, it's just the technology nowadays is like, if you asked anybody, Colleen, prior April, not a lot of people who would have heard of Zoom at the time. I knew of it. You didn't, Amanda, did you? So
I'd used it once, but I've never really had any need to do anything else with
like
it.
I'm about one, but you get the stage now, Colleen, when I'm never off it, and Amanda will tell you that now. And then it is what it is. It's a really good package. I think I really do think it's one of the best packages I've seen for this sort of thing. There is other ones you can use. What was the one that John used? John King used
a card or something.
I
feel like
Discord.
Discord. That was
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
you got ones, Colleen, where you can do that sort of thing called Discord. And we went to a night a couple of months ago, and somebody was setting a group on sort of Discord, like an audio one, and shows the quality difference in it. I believe it was a premium subscription fee for that. And every time we were trying to log into it, Colleen, it kept throwing us out, kept crashing. When you're in Zoom, if your internet connection's good, you don't have trouble with it.
Right. That's a good step forward then, because normally these apps, they're really not, they're quite iffy, aren't they? Sometimes they will work, and sometimes
it's the
you're
best
not
one.
sure.
It's the best one I've seen, that's for sure. Zoom's not bad, but I've never actually worked out it. Honestly, I'm on that now. Is how to actually get a package and link up next to it. Because on the text side with Zoom, as I Skype, you have to like record, say, a phone record next to it, or in my case, SoundForge, and the quality's not bad, but Zoom's better, that's for sure. I look forward to next week, Colleen, and your experiences on Zoom, what you think of it. Now, that's definitely one to chat about.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also looking forward to not going through the heat wave again. It was really hot for the last 2 weeks.
Yikes, yeah, it was.
Squinting like crazy. I've been squinting like crazy.
I was going to ask you about that very quickly, yeah.
I don't know what it is. As soon as I see sunlight, I start to squint because I think I'm used to it since I was born. Because if you're born in a hot country, you tend to squint more probably than the British, because I don't really see British squint.
I sweat a lot. I know
No squint.
I know people squint because the heat line. Yeah, I know down in London because I've got friends down in London. They were telling me on the last couple of weeks they had temperatures where they were 37, 38 degrees, which is way too hot. We've had it pretty warm up here, man, haven't we? So, and it's like it's been, but the last couple of days, yesterday, really, wasn't it, I suppose.
It's started to cool down now.
Yeah, it's starting to cool down now. Whether that's the end of summer, who knows? All should be revealed.
Because when I see sunlight, I just naturally squint. But I never really see the British do that. That's something then that's different, I guess. Yeah.
I've seen it up here. I have seen it. It depends. Like I said, depends on the people sometimes. I have to because of my eyesight, because I'm diabetic. I have to protect my eyes a lot, so I'm often like bunking sunglasses on so to get the first big dose of heat. But the trouble we've got is everybody. We'll talk about this more next time, guys. It's 15 minutes anyway, so see you soon.